I want to share with you a chilling experience that I had during my college days. I was born into a not-so-affluent family in Busan and had to work part-time jobs since high school. When it came to choosing a university, I was more concerned about finding an affordable one rather than a prestigious one. As a result, I ended up enrolling in a university located in Cheonan, a city far from Busan, based on my academic performance. Since the university dormitory was more expensive than I expected, I had to start looking for a place to live as soon as the first semester began in March. Fortunately, the neighborhood around my university had a high concentration of universities, which meant there were plenty of accommodations available. I spent a considerable amount of time searching for an affordable place with a real estate agent, but I couldn't find one that satisfied my needs. As the sun was setting, the exhausted real estate agent mentioned that one of his colleagues had a very cheap room available. I immediately asked to see it, and we headed towards the location. Near the main gate of an elementary school, there was a villa with a sophisticated exterior that didn't look cheap at all. The place the real estate agent mentioned was room 28 on the second floor of that building, a studio apartment that was perfect for me to live alone during my college life. It was adjacent to my university and had the lowest price, so I signed the contract right away. With a small but cozy place to call my own, I began my college life. I made new friends at the university and studied hard, and 2 weeks passed by in a blur. Until then, there were no strange signs in the house. The incident happened when I was about 3 weeks into my stay. After finishing my classes at the university, I came home in the evening to pick up a book for studying at the library. As I entered the house without turning on the lights and was about to leave with the book, I felt a presence in the corner. Suddenly, I felt goosebumps all over my body. I turned my head to look at the corner. It was too dark to see, but I vaguely saw something. I quickly reached out my right hand and turned on the switch. The light illuminated the room brightly. I hurriedly looked at the corner again, but there was no one there. I'm sure I saw it. I muttered to myself and left the place in fear. After that incident, I developed a habit of sleeping with the lights on and didn't feel that presence for a while. About a month into my college life, I went out drinking with my newly made friends. As the bars were about to close, I invited them to my place, and 4 of us, including myself, started drinking at my house. Around 3 a.m., a female friend named Hyunseo left first, saying she was going back to her place, while another friend fell asleep on the spot. The other friend and I were talking and drinking, and around 4 a.m., as I was still conversing with my friend, the friend who was sleeping woke up, rubbed his eyes, and suddenly looked at the empty corner and said, "Why did you come back?" I thought he was sleep-talking, so I made him lie down again and put him back to sleep. I also fell asleep around that time. The next day, we all woke up and had breakfast outside. I asked my friend why he said those things last night. He told me that Hyunseo, who had gone home at 3 a.m., had come back and was crouching in the corner. I told him it was nonsense and that Hyunseo had gone back to her place and was still sleeping. As I reflected on the previous incident and what happened today, I had a feeling that something was living in the house. After that incident, I started sleeping at my friends' places and only used my room to pick up books and other belongings. The first semester of college was coming to an end. On the last day of the semester, I had plans to go back to my hometown the next day and needed to pack my bags, so I visited room 28 after a long time. I packed my bags and thought it would be okay to sleep there for just one night, so I slept with the lights on. After some time, I woke up in the middle of the night. I was sure I had slept with the lights on, but when I opened my eyes, the lights were off, and the room was completely dark, with an eerie atmosphere. Moreover, the position I woke up in was not where I had been sleeping, but in the corner. I was startled and looked at where I had been sleeping, and there I saw myself sleeping. And that wasn't all. Above my sleeping self, there was a ghost looking down at me. The ghost slowly approached me and tried to strangle my neck. I was so shocked that I screamed, and at that moment, I woke up from my sleep. When I opened my eyes, the lights were on, and there was no one around. However, the eerie atmosphere lingered even after I woke up. I couldn't sleep a wink and had no choice but to go back to my hometown. When I went back to my hometown and told my parents about it, they were horrified and asked me what I was doing in a haunted house. They said they would provide some financial support, so I should move out. So, I terminated the contract with that house, and when I started the second semester of college, I chose to live in the dormitory, which was slightly more expensive. While living in the dormitory, I heard that there were many rumors of ghost sightings in the building where I used to live, and there were many urban legends about it in Cheonan. As a result, many college students opted for the dormitory, which led to an increase in prices. After moving to the dormitory, I never saw the ghost again and was able to graduate without any incidents. Thank you for listening to my story. From my experience, don't just look at the price when choosing a place to live.
There will be consequences for that.